Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this webinar today on Zoho PageSense and Zoho CRM integration. So my name is Divya. I'm from the customer success team, and I have Swarna Surya from Zoho PageSense, as well as Logeshwari from Zoho PageSense team. So to join us, and we will be the presenters for today's webinar. So this webinar will help you understand how to automatically track the website visitors by observing their journey, and we will also learn how to push the visitors insight directly into Zoho CRM and enable you to improve the business marketing strategies, customer retention, which eventually leads to increase the revenue and the business growth of an organization. So before we start, let's take care of a few basic things. If you have any questions moving forward, you can post your questions on the Q&A box that you have it on your screen. So we have a dedicated technical expert join the webinar today to answer all your questions then and there. So I'm recording this session, or we will send out a follow-up email with a recorded version of this webinar. So you can able to refer that. You can watch that later. Now, furthermore, if you need any help on this particular topic, you can write to support@zohopagesense.com and support@zohocrm.com. So we will also be running a few quick polls in between and at the end of the session to understand more about your product usage and your overall webinar experience. So this is going to be our today's agenda. So I will cover Zoho CRM introduction to start with, and I will just hand over the session to Swarna, and she's going to cover on Zoho PageSense overview, followed by the product walkthrough will be done by Logeshwari. Right, so before I start, can I confirm whether you all can hear me? Can everyone see my screen? So you can use the Q&A box that you have it on your screen to respond. Or you also can find reactions. You also can use that to respond as well. Right, so moving forward, if you face any issues, you can just let us know using the Q&A section that you have. Now let's just kick start with what is Zoho CRM. So Zoho CRM is a robust CRM, which is an award-winning CRM, a world's favorite CRM that gives you all that you need for your business. So this goes from the first hello to the deal closing handshake and even beyond that. Well, study says Zoho CRM, which is an industry giant that caters to over 150,000 companies and 13 million users globally for more than a decade and a half, with the comprehensive features, and that makes more and more successful brands across the globe to choose Zoho CRM to sell smarter, better, and faster. So now let's just cover the benefits of Zoho CRM. Now with Zoho CRM, you can basically identify, nurture, and follow up on the quality leads, which means you don't have to waste your time and resources on a prospect that probably won't become a customer. Now, Zoho CRM Mobile ensures that your team has access to important CRM data no matter where they are. So because a salesperson in the field can actually pull up the information about the nearby customers, or even they could just drop by for a meeting on the go. Now, irrespective of the size of your organization, type of your organization, Zoho CRM has a user-friendly interface that lets you to customize your CRM easily to meet your unique business requirements. And by customization, I mean you can even start creating a new modules according to your business type right from the scratch using just a drag and drop option that you have. So basically, you can tailor your CRM page according to your business fit. Now, we also have a list of channels which you can integrate, so everything can be easily integrated, which I will eventually show it later. Now, the data security and the compliance in Zoho CRM will make sure that your customer data that you have collected through all these channel integrations, you started interacting with them. So you must be collecting all those data and everything, and that is going to be safe, in Zoho CRM data centers, which is safeguarded by the top-of-the-line physical and digital security mechanisms. So with the efficient business process, Zoho CRM helps your team stay productive by defining and building efficient processes for your business and the organization, where you can able to start creating the processes, predefining things and everything according to your needs. So this can basically help you ensure that the standards are followed while processes are executed. Also, Zoho CRM gives you the decision makers accurate data from across your organization using the analytics and the reports. So they can able to react to the market trends with the better decisions. Now with better customer satisfaction, Zoho CRM arms your team with all the historical data of a customer as well as the information regarding similar issues faced by the others, which helps your team resolve the customer's inquiries quickly and ensuring they are satisfied in their business. So moving on to the key features of Zoho CRM. But before we move on to that, let us now log into the CRM by logging on to crm.zoho.com. So that will take you to your homepage. So let's quickly check about the key features that we have. So let's start with the modules first. Now, when you get back to your CRM, you can find the list of modules available on your left. So these are all the modules which plays a very important role in your business scenario. So for example, let's say that you have received a customer who wants to purchase your product. Someone who's not yet turned as a customer, but has an interest towards your product. So that customer detail, you can create it, you can enter it right under the leads module. The leads can be captured through various different ways. So just take a look at this lead that we have it right here. So we have collected all the information about this lead. So you can bring it through the imports. We have a lot of ways to add in a lead into your leads module. So that's when you can just go ahead and initiate the follow-up activities to engage with them. So once you do, and once you find a promising customer, you can just convert them to the further modules, and that's going to be the contacts and the accounts. The contacts over here will hold all the personal information of the lead, whereas the accounts module over here will capture all the company related information of the lead. Now, furthermore, you also can create the deals. The deals will have so many stages, right from the qualification to the need analysis, a value proposition, until this is closed won, closed lost. So you have to go through this entire stage process. And finally, when the deal is moved to the closed one, you also have this inventory modules available right within your Zoho CRM to complete your overall sales lifecycle. So these modules are the building blocks of Zoho CRM, which you can use it to bring in the data, and you can start initiating your engagement activities to close and become a conversion for the business. So right next to that, we have this omni-channel engagement. So Zoho CRM is truly an omni-channel, channel or CRM. So this, which means you have the list of channels available, which you can easily integrate, and you can start communicating with your customers using all this list of channels that you have integrated. So for example, if you notice, we have a gear-like icon at the bottom. So once you click, that will take you to your setup page. Now, right under setup, you'll be having this entire controls, which needs to be configured according to business needs. Now, over here, you can find the list of channels available. So these are all the channels which I was talking about. Now, right here, you have this telephony, which lets you to pick any phone bridge extensions from here, which you can integrate it, log into place, and receive calls. Otherwise, you also can go for this built-in integration. So first of all, you have to purchase the number according to your country, and then you can give the access to your teams to place a call. And there under this calls history, you can track all the outgoing calls along with the recording status. Now, apart from that, we have also this email integrations available, which is the traditional way to communicate with the customer. So we have list of servers like Zoho Mail. We also can go with Gmail, Outlook, or even you can integrate your domain email address. Now, post which we also have this IMAP and POP3 integrations, which are the two protocols. So you can pick either one of the protocol to integrate your email ID and start communicating with your customers. Now, when you start sending the emails and you would like to know the status of your sent email, so that's when you have to go to this email intelligence and enable this email insights tab. Now, through this, you will come to know the status of your sent emails, whether that is opened, clicked, or bounced. Now, apart from emails and calls, we also have this social media. So you can find the direct integration available for both Facebook, and we also have it for X, which is previously called as Twitter. So both these integrations to be done right here under this brand settings. So once this integration is done, and whatever post that you do it on social media, you can just automate the lead generation right from here. So based on selecting the responses, you can bring them as a lead or a contact within your system. And apart from that, we also have this live chat available, which is powered by Zoho Sales IQ, which is a visitor tracking software. So this can let you to track your website visitors online. Once you enable this code, this has to be added on your website, so through which you can able to track your website visitors online. So these are all the channels which you can easily use to communicate with your customers, and you can convert them as a lead information into your CRM system. Now, apart from this channel engagement, you started receiving the response from your customers for your engagement. So where exactly or how exactly you can track it? So only when you see it as a notification, you're able to respond back to them within your SLA. So that's when the sales signals comes to the picture. So when you just get back to the setup, and you can find this experience center, and right under that we have signals. So first of all, you have to enable the options for which one you want to see the notification, either for incoming emails or the email insights, for missed calls, for missed chats. So the responses that you receive for your surveys, campaigns, Facebook, X responses, webinar registrations. So likewise, you can select, and you also can find this bell icon right here at the under the bottom. Click on it, and this is where you can track all the responses comes to you. So seeing these responses, you can actually engage with them more efficiently. So how about this 360-degree customer view? So what is basically a 360-degree customer view? Now, previously, I told you will be using this list of channels to engage with your customers. But where exactly you can track those details? So just when you get back to a module, just go to any record that you have. Now here on any particular customer record on your left, you'll be able to find this related list available. So basically the related list will get you the 360-degree customer view by adding all these communication updates. So when it comes to the activities, so you must be initiating the tasks, meetings, and the calls to engage with your customers. Now all those details, once it is scheduled and it to happen, you can find them right here. And after that is completed, you will find them right under the closed activities. Even if you have scheduled any online meeting, so there you find this invited meetings tab. So right here you can find the details about it. Followed by you have the emails tab. So this can get you all the emails that you send and receive along with the sent status right here on this very page. And followed by we have the social tab. In case if you have associated a customer handle, you can find the tweets, the posts, followers, so what exactly they're looking for, which product they like the most. So all these interactions, you can find them. Basically, this will let you to understand the customer's browsing history, what kind of products they're looking for, their choices of products, their interest level, and with that, you can offer them the similar products to bring a conversion out of it. So now when everything started to work, so you have the modules to do the business, you have the channels to engage with them. Also, you have the 360-degree to analyze the customer interest level. But how about tracking your performance? And that's when we have the inbuilt analytics. So when you just get back, so here you can find this reports icon. So you can find some list of pre-built reports available. So we have 40 plus pre-built reports available as per the module specific. Now you just have to click on the module and click on the report name. So that will be created instantly in a tabular format. Also, you have this dashboards available. So you can find this list of existing dashboards and the components, which will give you a graphical representation of all the data. And now comes the sales process management, which can be initiated using the blueprints and the command center. Now, using these two, you can go advanced and create the process journey, and also you can create the entire process journey of your sales process. So all these can be initiated using. But if you ask me the difference between the blueprint and command center, the blueprint will help you to automate a single module specific process, whereas the command center over here will help you to create the entire process journey, entire customer journey in your sales. For example, so when you just get back, you can find these modules available. Now you take this deals, for example. Now you have the deals with a lot of stages, I said. So you can initiate blueprints for the deals module automation, or even if you wanted to automate only the leads based on the lead status, or the contacts based on the status or the source. So likewise, you can just go for a single module automation, and that's when blueprint comes to the picture. Whereas if you wanted to automate the entire process, right from the lead creation to the contact conversion, deal creation. So once a deal is moved to the closed one, you also wanted the process to be continued automatically by initiating the inventories in that. And that's when the command center comes to the picture. So you can include multiple different modules. You also can accommodate the third-party integrations to automate the entire process journey. Now, when you get back to the setup, you can find this command center available under Experience Center. Now, this is the flow which I have created for the entire lead creation to the deal conversion. And you also can go to this process management, and that's where you can track the blueprints. So this is created for the deal follow-up process per the stages, which I have already predefined. Now, basically, these two will work like an online guide for all the users or the CRM users to make sure that everyone are following the standardized process. So basically, this will instruct the users to do the actions, the required actions to be done when they are moving it from one stage to another. To top it all, we have Zia, which is AI-powered sales assistant. So this, Zia will analyze your sales trends and guides you by suggesting you the best time to contact a prospect. Also will highlight the anomalies to your sales process and making predictions based on your previous, sales trends. So you can find a Zia tab available right under setup. So first of all, if you go to this communication, you can find this best time to contact options available. You must enable these two to get you that. So just go to any record. So right next to this business card view, you'll be having this best time to tab. So this is where you will find the suggestions available based on your previous interaction that you had with the customer. The timing will be suggested for calls as well as for emails right here. And apart from that, you also have this conversational AI where you can find some pre-configured questions available. So using these commands, you can able to interact with Zia Voice. And right down here, you can find Zia Notifications tab, which will get you the list of anomalies, also the follow-up that needs to be done on certain records. So you can pick them right from here to initiate the follow-ups instantly. So to wrap up, I just covered Zoho CRM overview, and I just gave you the bird's eye view of all the features that we have it. So let me just hand over the session to Swarna, who will go ahead and cover the Zoho PageSense overview right now. Swarna, over to you.
Thank you, Divya. Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm just sharing my screen. If you can see my screen, please give a thumbs up. Thank you, team. So once again, hello, everyone. This is Swarna from the Zoho PageSense team. Hope you've had a warm beginning to your day. Okay, so we all know that data and sales indeed go seamlessly hand in hand, right? Data isn't just about getting new customers. It's about keeping the ones you have. Let me break it down for you. Let's think of data as a detective. It helps you find out what your leads and customers are struggling with. And when you spot their pain points or struggles, your sales team can jump in with the right solutions. Now, when you have proof, that is data, This shows you which product or services will make your customers happy. This means your sales pitches are more likely to resonate better with your customers. They will make more sense, but in a very simplified way. This is so that you can be able to communicate better. Because when you understand the customer behaviors and preferences, your sales team can send out messages or mails that really connect on a personal level. Also, when it comes to collaboration, data bridges that gap between sales and marketing teams. With shared factual data, both teams can now work towards common goals such as lead generation, customer retention, and conversion optimization. Speaking of conversion rate optimization, let me give you a brief on what it means. So, when it comes to conversions from someone who's selling online, it means increasing the add to cart button clicks, or when a visitor makes a purchase, or simply boosting traffic to a specific category web page. Now, from a B2B perspective, it's all about capturing leads through signups or contact forms, customer retention, or engaging with a pop up on your site. For marketers, it's the focus on the ROI of campaigns and discovering new channels for lead generation. And for designers, it's all about uncovering bugs, refining website navigation, tweaking layout patterns, and eliminating misleading elements. So, conversion rate optimization is the process of improving the percentage of website visitors who take these desired actions. It starts with analyzing user behavior, identifying areas for improvement, and implementing strategies for increased conversions. These strategies include optimizing website design, content, user experience, and marketing efforts. Anything that pushes the visitor's button to make the desired action. The CRO, the CRO market is packed with so many mind-blowing tools involved throughout the process. And one tool that stands out in terms of cost and value is Zoho PageSense. With Zoho PageSense, you can analyze user behavior on your website using heat maps, session recordings, and other insightful and informative tools. This, in return, can help you identify areas of your website that are not performing up to par. You can also identify potential barriers to conversion on your website and make changes to your website to improve user experience and increase conversions. You can also run A/B tests to compare two different versions of a page and choose the best page version that drives higher conversions. We also have a personalization tool that allows you to create a tailored experience for users on your websites. Now, we also have an entire module solely for engagement. This includes polls, push notifications, and pop ups to increase website engagement and provide you with valuable insights directly from your users. And we are also the only CRO product out there that offers 10 plus CRO tools under one platform. It's loaded with powerful integrations, which I will be covering in the later slides. Our platform is super easy to use, even for businesses that don't have a lot of experience with CRO. And unlike other products out there, PageSense is flicker free, which means when you run an A/B test or any other CRO experiment, your website visitors will not notice or face any kind of flickering. This is important to ensure that your experiment results are accurate. Now, we will be diving into how much you can benefit through this integration. The power of Zoho CRM and PageSense. First, filter and target high quality leads. So you can simplify targeting high quality leads by ensuring that you put your best efforts on leads with the highest potential. How? By minimizing the time spent on generic leads, you streamline your sales process. So with this integration, you have access to PageSense's goals that enables you to set goals on your website such as time spent, CTA, and element clicks, or you can even create one on your own. So let's say your website gets around 100 signups per month. You can set specific yet different goals to track leads who click on the CTA button but haven't made a purchase, or those who spend a lot of time on the site without buying anything. By identifying these kind of high priority leads, you can send follow-ups or schedule callbacks to engage with them and increase your chances of conversion. Next, find out why your leads aren't converting. So, moving on to the next interesting tool that you have access to, session recording. With this tool, you will be able to find out exactly why your leads aren't converting. With PageSense session recording, you can capture every interaction your visitors have in your website. This tool is a game changer for identifying pain points and opportunities for improvement, helping you understand exactly where customers may be encountering issues or hiccups. Let's say you did reach out to a customer who clicked the add to cart button but didn't complete the purchase. With session recording, you can play back the recordings. You can gain insights by replaying the specific visitor interaction on your website to see what frustrates them, what's stopping them from making the purchase, and which pages they're switching between. So, this way, you understand the visitor expectations and get a clear view of what your visitors are looking for. So, you can align your offerings with their needs and preferences. You can also identify frustrations and track their navigation patterns. Further, use the insights to create content that resonates with your audience. You can tailor your content to meet their specific needs. You will also know what's working and what's not working on your website. This way, you can make the right website changes at the right time. Whether it's fixing a broken link, simplifying the navigation process, or improving page layout, you can make the right changes that enhance user experience. So now let's have a product walkthrough by our product expert, Loki. We will be giving a quick overview and an in-depth walkthrough of integration. Over to you, Loki.
Thank you, Swarna. Hello, everyone. My name is Loki from Zoho PageSense team, and once again, I welcome you all to this webinar. So before we begin our session, let me share my screen with you all. Please give me a thumbs up if you all can see my screen. Thank you, team. To start with, Zoho PageSense is a tool for conversion rate optimization that enhances online business conversions. To get started, install the PageSense code snippet on all the experiment pages. This is a one-time setup and doesn't need modifications for multiple experiments. Each project gets a unique code. So under the snippet, we have two codes. In synchronous code, script loads and executes sequentially from the head tag, whereas in asynchronous code, scripts loads and execute simultaneously with other functions. Additionally, there is a feature to verify the installation once the code is added to your website, followed by users. This displays the details of the user added at a project level. Followed by integrations. Zoho PageSense supports various third-party integration, starting from Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, Kissmetrics, Mixpanel, and so on. You can easily enable the corresponding buttons to seamlessly connect and track your website metrics. Each integration serves its own specific purpose. Next, we have experiment settings. You can create mutually exclusive group, allows you to split your visitor traffic for the A/B test that you're running, ensuring that each group of visitors participates in only one test. Next, we have project settings. Under Project.js, you can create custom JavaScript code without altering your website native code. IP filter. You can exclude any traffic, such as your own organizational traffic, under this IP filter space. We have page group. Using the page group in PageSense, you can combine web pages with similar attributes into a reusable group for multiple experiments within your project. Cross-domain tracking. This involves monitoring a visitor path across various domains to achieve specific goals or action. Next, we have privacy. Zoho PageSense uses cookies to track your website visitors. We offer 3 different banners for notifying visitors about your site's cookie policy. Zoho PageSense is GDPR ready, and we ensure compliance with consent-based tracking using our cookie-based setups. Next, we have web push notification. So push notifications are clickable pop-up messages for websites, which allow them to choose whether to receive or not. Followed by project info. Under project info, you will find the space name and its key, as well as the information about where the data is stored. Next, HIPAA compliance. Like GDPR, Zoho PageSense is a HIPAA compliant, uses encrypted data collected from polls and pop-ups. Now let's explore the modules of Zoho PageSense. Primarily, we have analytics. Web analytics involves tracking and analyzing and reporting on valuable website metrics to understand visitors' actions and behavior. Under analytics, we have acquisition and behavior. Acquisition is about bringing traffic to your website. It has channels, source medium, and country. Channel to show traffic conversion rate for each marketing channel. It could be organic, referral, or paid. Source or medium to show traffic sources and their mediums. Next one is country. This breakdowns key stats by city, state, and country of visitors. Under behavior, it shows how visitors interact with your site, including which page they view and how they engage with different pages. Firstly, it has all pages. This shows top performing pages and average time spent by the visitors. Next, we have landing pages. This shows top entry pages, helping identify pages likely to convert visitors into leads or sales. Next, we have exit pages. This shows last visited pages before exit, aiding in identifying the improvements to retain visitors longer. Also, to filter the report by date range, you can use a date picker. For audience segmenting, you can use the segment audience to create audience filter based on visitors' characteristics such as type, location, channel, and device in the smart segment. You can use the advanced segment for complex and/or logic and save these filters for future use. Next, we have an export option that allows you to export reports in CSV format, along with a quick refresh button. Additionally, these options are available across all the modules in Zoho PageSense. For all the experiment, there is also a share option included. Next, we have track module. Under this, we have goals and funnel analysis. For now, we will skip goals under track and session recording and analyze, as we will cover them in detail later in this session. Under funnel analysis, this helps to optimize your business sales process by getting your marketing funnel right. Funnel analysis tracks order steps taken by visitors to reach a goal, helping you understand visitor flow through your website. Under reports, we display number of visitors, number of conversions, number of conversion rate, followed by the drop-offs across the funnel. Also, there is a place for you to enable Google Ads to track the AdWords traffic. Next, we have Analyze module. Under this, we have Heat Map. The Heat Map modules track clicks from all the visitors and visually represents area of interaction. It shows the most and least frequently clicked elements on your web page. So under Heat Map, we have Scroll Map as well as the Attention Map. Scroll Map are one type of heat map where you get to see the scroll percentage, how far your website getting scrolled through. Attention Map shows which element or section in the website are most noticed by your visitors. You can toggle between the type of device that you would like to see the report for. Also, as discussed it before, you have an option to share your experiment with your colleagues by using a password protected link. You can generate a password, you can set an expiration date and generate a link, and you can share it among your users. Next, we have form analytics. Form Analytics provides deeper insights into how your visitor interacts with various fields in your online forms, such as contact us form or sign up form, and understand its field metrics based on hesitation percentage. So under report, you get to see the form metrics followed by the field metrics. Under the form metrics, you get to see the number of visitors, number of visits, number of starters, conversions, followed by abandons. Also the form metrics over a period of time, followed by submission statistic, average time to submit, and average time spent on this form. Under the field metrics, you see the number of focus, interactions, refocus, or drop-offs, if any, and followed by the filled and blank fields. So the hesitation time and total time. Next, we have optimize module. Under this, we have A/B test. A/B testing on Zoho PageSense allows you to compare different versions of a web page to see which one performs better in terms of conversion rate. You can easily create, edit, and launch various page versions and test elements like CTA buttons, images, headlines, and subheadings to optimize your website's effectiveness. Under the reports, you get to see the different reports between your original versus the variant version. Number of visitors, number of variants visitors, the number of goal created for this experiment, started on date, and active duration. This leaderboard shows the primary goal that you have configured for both the variations and which one is leading in terms of the number of visitors, and followed by the detailed description about the visitors versus the conversions. In the detailed analysis, you get to see the overview in a detailed manner. So these are the certain metrics that can be captured. Next, we have split URL. Split URL experiment on Zoho PageSense lets you test multiple versions of a web page hosted on different URLs. This method is ideal when your current page has several issues affecting your conversion, making it easier to test a new page. Also, configuration reports of split URL will be exactly same like A/B testing. Next, we have personalization. Website personalization is the process of creating a tailored website experience for each individual visitor, rather than offering the same experience to all the visitors. So under the pages, you will provide the website URL that you would like to create an experience with. Under the experiences, you will create a different experience. For this experiment, I have configured different offers tailored to each region, targeting both India and the US. Under the reports, you get to see the goal that you have configured and how well it is performing in terms of the targeting URL versus the experience that you have created. Also, we have goal metrics across experiences. This is for my target URL, and this is for the experience that I have created, followed by experience performances, audience segments, and overview. Next, we have Engage module. In Zoho PageSense, the Engage module is designed to help you interact with and retain your website visitors. It includes features such as polls to get an instant feedback on your website, pop-ups. You can choose from pre-designed pop-ups template to let your visitors to know about the offers or discounts, and push notification to let your visitors to know about any product updates or any enhancements that you would like to communicate with. So apart from the native integration, I would like to highlight that the integration between the Zoho Flow and the Zoho PageSense allows user to automate process based on the data collected from Zoho PageSense polls or pop-up. To connect PageSense with Zoho Flow, please navigate to your Zoho Flow application and click on Create Flow, provide the name, hit on Create. Under the app, click on Configure. Look for Zoho PageSense plugin, click on it, and hit Enter. So on this trigger page, you can either go with the polls or the pop-up that you would like to go ahead and collect the record with. I'm going to choose the pop-up and hit on Next. So under this configuration page, please select the portal and the project, followed by Experiment, and click Done. Also under the app, search for Zoho CRM. You will get to see the different field you need to update in order to push data to Zoho CRM. So you can use this integration as a workaround to push poll or pop-up data to Zoho Flow. I would highly recommend to check out our resources for more information on this. So that wraps up a quick overview of Zoho PageSense. Remember, this only overview scratches the surface. You can explore Zoho PageSense advanced feature to optimize your website's performance and boost conversions. Please do check out the documentation for deeper insights. So now let's explore goal creation, session recording, and their uses, and the native integration of Zoho CRM and Zoho PageSense. To create a goal, navigate to Track module, click on Goal. You can define the goal you want to track on your website. The element goal in PageSense tracks clicks on specific elements like sign up, submit, or any CTAs. Each click is counted as a conversion in your goal reports. Name your goal that you would like to configure. I'm going to copy the URL from my website. I hit on next. I provide the URL. Also, you can enable or disable the advanced URL targeting. So using the advanced targeting option, this lets you focus your experiment on a single page or a group of pages rather than the entire website or domain. This option is available across all the experiment. And hit on next. Clicking this option lets you load your website inside this particular DOM section. So once it is loaded, you can directly hit on the element that you would like to track your goal conversion for. And hit on next once it is selected. So once it is launched, you will be able to track conversion and analyze your website metrics for the set goal under the Reports tab. Moving on to link click goal. Monitor link clicks and redirection using the link click goal type. This allows you to track when user clicks on any link on your website that typically redirect them to another web page. Provide the name, select the goal, click on next, provide the website URL, click on next, provide the links that to be tracked with. And once it is launched, you can track the conversion and analyze your website metrics for the set goal under the Reports tab. Next is time spent on page goal. Provide the website URL, hit on next. So you can track visitors' engagement on your website with time spent on page goal in PageSense. This goal measures conversion when visitors complete a specified time frame on the page. Let's assume if any visitor comes onto this page more than 10 seconds, my goal conversion is calculated. So in this way, my goal is achieved for this particular time spent on goal. So next we have custom event. Custom event goal in PageSense tracks user information on your web page without relying on specific destination or confirmation URLs, unlike other goals such as element, link click, and time spent on page. Provide the URL that to be tracked. Click on next. You need to name your custom event. Let's say browse pets and hit on create. It will create a browse pets for the custom event that you need to embed in the custom success function of the AJAX request. To show an example, I have already added a custom event goal on my website for an element called Shop Now. So this is the element. I have already configured a custom event goal for this button. The implementation of the success function code may vary depending on your website setup. Therefore, the assistance of your website developer is required. This custom event helps you to track any specific actions defined by your business needs. So once implemented, you can view the conversion metrics under the Reports tab. So regardless of the goal type, the reports page will remain the same. So I'm going to click any one of the experiment. So under the reports, we have number of visitors, number of conversions, number of conversion rate, followed by the goals metric, performance time, source type, and visitor type. So now let's see how to create a session recording and its uses. Please navigate to Analyze module. Under this, click on Session Recording. So session recording captures user behavior through video, including clicks and scrolls, aiding in the optimization of website navigation. Hit on New Session Recording. Provide a name. Hit on Create. Provide the URL that needs to be tracked with. You can include number of videos that you would like to track for this particular experiment, starting from 2000 recordings to a maximum of 10,000 recordings. Under Audience, you select the target audience for this particular experiment. We do have preset segments, which could be direct visitors, paid campaign traffic, or new visitors or returning visitors. Let's say you want to customize your audience segment. You can go ahead with the custom audience. Click on plus custom audience. Provide the name and the description. Select the criteria that you would like to target this particular experiment. It could be current URL, referral URL, or source or location, and provide the value. When you hit on Save Audience, this audience metrics will be saved for this particular experiment. So right now, I'm going to go with the all visitor. When I click on Next, I will be taken up to the privacy window. So masking elements in PageSense lets you hide sensitive information such as names, card details, password, email addresses, and home address in your visitor recording. So by default, all keystrokes and inputs are replaced with asterisks for privacy. Let's say you want to mask any one of the element that is not masked by default. You need to load your website and click on Load Page. So once it is loaded, as we've discussed, by default, all the sensitive information will be masked. Apart from that, if you would like to mask any of the information, let's say this portion, you hit on this, and by default, the element ID selector will capture this particular search option. Then moving on to the advanced option. Using the advanced option, you can mask information such as input elements. Additionally, you can mask query parameters from URLs, showing only the domain details of the visitor. You can simply enable or disable this information. Also, the elements you choose to mask on your web page will not be recorded or stored in your PageSense session recording. So now when you hit on Launch, PageSense will now record visitors' interaction and behavior on the specified web page, displaying relevant metrics under the Recordings tab. Now let's open the session recording experiment, which is already in the running status. So now if I go to the recordings, I get to see what are all the recordings that got captured for this particular experiment. When you click on any one experiment, at the top bar, you can see the number of pages visited by the visitor and the current URL they are browsing. You can click the downward arrow to view all the visited URLs in the sequence. You can click any URL to that point in the recording by clicking on this. As you all can see, all the sensitive information will be automatically replaced with asterisks on your recordings. On the below, you can watch visitors' interaction with your website. You can use the bottom bar to pause or play, navigate to the recordings, and skip sections. Timestamps with goal icons mark the goal achievements. You can adjust playback speed, skip pauses, or hide the right tab for full screen view. On the right tab, you will find the session details. It includes the visitor's access date, time, and city. Below, you can view the user agent details such as device, OS, Chrome, and the resolution. You can see the visitor's source of reaching the web page. Next to that, we have tags. In PageSense, you can assign tags manually or automatically to each recording to filter them. To add a tag manually, simply type the name of the tag and press Enter. Let's say, if this is my tag name, when I hit on Enter, manually the tag will be created. This is because if you want to track users clicking on Learn More button, this is my website. I want to see how many people are clicking on this Learn More. So by creating a tag, when anyone click on the Learn More button, By default, I can segregate those specific videos for my quick understanding. You can automatically assign a tag also. To achieve this, you need to add a 2-line JavaScript snippet, which is available in a help article. So this is the 2-line JavaScript, which I have copied from my help article. You need to add this code to the function that processes the Learn More event on your web page. Also, you need a development team assistance in achieving this. So whenever you're adding this code in the function that processes Learn More, you need to replace the tag name into a tag name that you are going to actually use it on your recordings. So this allows to use the tag under the segment audience and filter visitors who have clicked Learn More on my website. So whenever any visitor clicks on Learn More, the corresponding session recordings and PageSense will automatically be tagged with Learn More in the video. Also, the existing tags will appear as you type. This helping maintain consistency across recordings. Next, we have events. Events and session recording captures various visitors' interaction and events on your website, providing insight into user behavior. These events include actions like button click, form submission, goal completion, and page navigation, helping you understand how users engage with your site. Now let's go back to the recordings page. In Zoho PageSense, to find relevant sessions quickly, you can use the date picker and audience segment filter. You can create audience filter based on the characteristics such as visitor type, location type, source, browse, device type, and more by using Smart Segment feature. In addition to the basic audience segmentation option, your session recording reports can also be filtered based on the goals you have set, tags you have added, identify API, flag recording, time spent on page, and number of unique pages viewed, and entry or exit page viewed on your site. So let's say if I want to see visitors from a specific device, I will use the Smart Segmenting option. So under the device type, I will choose the type and apply the filter. So once I applied, this will show visitor data only from the specified device. Now let's go back. For advanced segmenting, you can use and/or logic to filter visitors based on certain criteria not covered by smart segments. So let's say if I want to target visitors who have completed my goals, so I will use advanced segment. Under the criteria, I will choose goal that equals the specific goal number. Click on goal and specify the goal that you would like to see the recording for. When you click on apply, so this will show all the visitors who have completed the goal. So using a smart and advanced segmenting allows you to filter session recordings according to the criteria and quickly access the relevant sessions without having to go through thousands of videos. Also, you can have an option to flag your important recordings and segregate them for future use. Flagged recordings are retained based on your plan. 6 months for analyze and engage plan users, 1 year for optimized plan users. Also, unflagged recordings will be automatically deleted after 3 months, which is 90 days from the creation time. Also, you can share this recording using a password protected report. So using the session recording, you can track goal completion. You can see if they are taking desired action on your site, indicating conversion readiness. You can view and replay your customer's session to identify sign-up barriers, UI issues, or CTA problems that might be hindering sign-ups. Further, you can optimize lead nurturing for higher sales and marketing success. Let's say you have identified promising leads who have completed onboarding, but are they nearing conversion? Our Zoho PageSense and CRM integration bridges the gap. This lets you focus on high intent leads and remove roadblocks to ensure smooth conversions. To start, let's discuss the prerequisites before you connect your Zoho PageSense with Zoho CRM. Please ensure you have a website that have a login session to store the email addresses. Ensure PageSense code snippet is installed on your website and the PageSense identifier API below it. The email address only stored in the leads module of Zoho CRM before the integration process. Please keep the goals and session recording experiment running in Zoho PageSense so that the data is pushed into Zoho CRM. To connect your website with Zoho PageSense, you need to add the unique code snippet to your website. Start by opening the Zoho PageSense application, copy the code, and add it to your website source HTML code. So I have built my website using Zoho Sites. Next, I will navigate to my site builder and add this code under the header section. So this is a 2-line code that I have copied from my snippets page. Also, session recording in PageSense uses cookies to track individual visitors' behavior on your website. Each visitor session is given a random name which combines an adjective and an animal name. To replace the random name with the actual email address, you need to include this 2-line script identifier API code for session recording provided on a help document. Let's say you have configured your website to gather all the email address details into a variable called email address. You need to replace the name tag variable in the 2-line code with the email address and publish it. So this is because user identification is done through the email address field. The identifier API can be implemented with the assistance of your developer. This will capture session recordings and goals associated with the submitted email address and push them to Zoho CRM. Just ensure the identifier API code runs after the Zoho PageSense tracking script on your website. This sequence ensures that PageSense code executes before the API, allowing for correct user identification. So now that we have seen how to connect your website with Zoho PageSense and how to add identifier API, let's proceed to the steps to connect Zoho CRM with Zoho PageSense. So once in the dashboard of Zoho CRM, please click on Marketplace. Under Marketplace, we have integration. Click on Zoho. Please look for Zoho PageSense plugin. Hit on Setup. Agree to the terms and condition. Continue to install. Choose the user profile. Click on Confirm. So after installation, you can select the space and project. Then you can click Configure. Click on Modify and Configure. So upon completion, a custom module for goals and session recording will be created in the CRM. To confirm the same, you can navigate to the modules. You can scroll down and you can see the session recording which is created. So now you can start browsing your site in an incognito or a new window. So now I'm going to copy my website URL. I'm going to access this in an incognito window. I'm going to access and going to click view of the elements that's present on my website. So when you return to the PageSense session recording reports page, your session recording will be saved under a random name. To confirm the same, I'm going to log into my session Zoho PageSense application. Session recording, click on the experiment in the active status. As you can see, it is saved under the random name in my Zoho PageSense recordings page. Now I will go back to the same recording. I will sign up with my email address. Hit on Next. So now again, I'm going to navigate and going to click view of my elements that are present. So now you can go back and give a quick refresh. As you can see, the submitted responses got captured. To confirm the same, you can click on it and open the experiment. So this is because my website includes a login session and I have added the Zoho PageSense code snippet followed by the identifier API to replace the random names. So similarly in the Zoho CRM application, open your CRM application, click on the modules. Under the leads module, you can open the specific lead. Under the related list, scroll down a bit, you can see the session recording. Click on it. As you can see, the session recording got pushed from Zoho PageSense to Zoho CRM. These are the few metrics that you can see it on the CRM UI level. starting from first visited page, last visitor, followed by source, location, referral URL, goals, and recorded it. When you click on this recording, you will then taken to the Zoho PageSense recording page. So this way we can confirm our PageSense code snippet is on the page and identifier API is working as expected. And it is successfully pushed into Zoho CRM leads module. Also, you can review the metrics for goals pushed from Zoho PageSense to Zoho CRM, including their performance. This process is similar to what we have seen for session recording. You can navigate to the leads module, select any one of the lead. Under the related list, click on the goals. As you can see, these are the metrics that we push from Zoho PageSense to Zoho CRM, starting from goal name, URL, source, location, referral URL, achieved at, and these are the goal name that got converted for this particular user. So having covered the integration on how session recordings and goals data being pushed to Zoho CRM, so with the Zoho PageSense integration, you can view and replay your customer session, improve website's performance and customer satisfaction, and convert visitors into potential prospects. On that note, we have come to a conclusion. I hope this was helpful. Over to you, Swarna.
Thank you, Loki. Thank you, Loki, for perfectly showcasing how one can leverage the power of Zoho CRM and Zoho PageSense to use data-driven insights on leads that matter the most. Team, please confirm if you can see my screen. So this is the pricing plan that we have right now for our customers. And we have a massive 40% off on all our annual subscription plans. So please do subscribe to and purchase Zoho PageSense. And with that, we've come to an end of the session and we are open for questions right now. We have our technical experts with us. So please go ahead and post your questions on our questions tab. It can be related to both PageSense and CRM.